For 9.5 months I travelled round the world, living out of a backpack, budgeting as much as I could, and having the best time I ever could have asked for. With two of my best friends, we met people from all around the globe, and I travelled through 4 continents and 18 countries. And this is my story.
We're going on an adventure!
Welcome to The Big Trip.
Few of the countries in Central America have some of the highest murder rates in the world. We'd had no problems in Guatemala and we're now heading into El Salvador. Recovering from a 12-year civil war, there is still a large gang presence remaining. However, the small beach town of El Tunco is quite the opposite and is a popular surf spot for the tourists and the locals.
Here we are on our second day on this lovely unspoilt beach destination, and today we're going to hire out some surfboards.
We're also going to work on our Englishman's tan, which is a bit pasty at the moment, but we're getting there.
Surf's up.
Introducing Stephen Clark, pro surfer.
With shore break waves and lack of surf skills, we didn't get on quite as well as originally planned.
We're slowly drifting. Wave after wave. Wave after wave.
Huge improvements, we spent our last hours here without the boards and enjoying the sunset. We felt as if we hadn't experienced much of the real El Salvadorian culture. With the new year and our next flight approaching, we had decided to move straight on through Honduras to Nicaragua.
El día 65 into our trip, and we've now made it to León, Nicaragua.
We just climbed up the steps of the cathedral to look over the city, look at the scenery, the mountains and stuff. It's pretty cool up here.
It's rather beautiful.
Rather beautiful.
You should come.
Si, senor.
One of our main appeals to León was to stay at Bigfoot Hostel and trying another board-based activity, but this time going down an active volcano. Named Cerro Negro, translating to the Black Hill, this cinder cone volcano is Central America's youngest, with its last eruption in 1999. It took about an hour to get to the top, and you could feel the scorching heat just a centimetre below the ash. Next we put on orange jumpsuits, previously worn by prisoners. And it was time to go. All over in a matter of seconds, this activity isn't for the faint-hearted. My top speed was 55 kilometers per hour, but the record was over 90. After another day or so, we moved on to a freshwater island destination, but this time on the world's 19th largest lake.
Almost there. For Christmas.
Set on Lake Nicaragua, this island is made up of 2 volcanoes, one dormant and one still active. We took a taxi to the east side of the island and into the jungle.
Welcome to our room on Isla Ometepe in Little Morgan's hostel. So, they only had a double bed. Nice. But anyway, it's quite remote here. Check out the outside. That, my friends, is the shower. Nice. And here we have a natural toilet. Which apparently you have to use sawdust.
The next day we went on a horse ride along the beach. However, our guide didn't speak a word of English. We managed to communicate just about.
Do you want to sit on your horse? Swap horses? Do you want to change horses? No. No? He says it's the caballo fácil.
Now it was Christmas Eve, and instead of wrapping up presents at last minute, we were hiking up a forested volcano.
About 1/5 of the way into the trek, and it's safe to say I'm already knackered. And I've never sweated so much in my life. But it's quite pretty.
As we went on, it only got more difficult, and we discovered our guide was the Tarzan of Nicaragua.
How was that, Omar?
Yeah, it's good.
The guide's crazy. We're a lot higher, it's a bit colder, and we're in the clouds, so it's a bit misty and very wet. But we're almost there. We've almost reached the top. About just under a kilometre to go, according to Omar. Hope he's not lying to me. 4 hours later, we finally made it to the lake. Check it out.
Volcan Maderas has been dormant for thousands of years, and a crater lagoon has now been formed. We took a dip in the water to cool off. Being so high up, the water was quite cold, so it didn't take long.
How's it going? Are you tired? No. Okay. I am.
It turned out the way down was just as difficult, if not harder.
On the way down,
They were down.
and our legs are like jelly. Apart from Omar, who is absolutely fine.
Star of the show on that.
Showing us up.
It wasn't long before we got to see some of the native monkeys. More black howlers like we'd seen before, and now capuchin monkeys. Today had been exhausting but visually stunning, and at just $10 each, it was a bit of a bargain.
Finally made out of the rainforest. Not a bad view again.
We struggled through the last few miles through local farms, returning to our hostel 8 hours after we had set off. It had been the most difficult Christmas Eve of my life, and certainly one I'll never forget. Christmas Day had arrived, and we cycled to a natural spring called the Ojo de Agua for a morning swim. We'd even be getting a turkey dinner later, and some were pleased more than others.
That was good.
We'd had a brilliant few days on Isla Ometepe, but on Boxing Day we made our way to San Juan del Sur, another popular beach destination along the west coast of Nicaragua. We'd come here for the famous triple hostel pool party, known in the backpacker scene as Sunday Fun Day. However, we did a little exploring before the party got going.
Smile.
This is a steep climb to the top. Hopefully we'll get a nice view.
There he is. It's Jesus. We've made it to the top. It feels a little bit like Rio de Janeiro up here, but a little bit smaller. But pretty cool.
Our time in Nicaragua had been action-packed, and we would have loved to stay in the picturesque San Juan until the new year. But new countries and experiences awaited us. Next time we head to the cloud forest of Costa Rica.
I've not seen a view quite like it, if I'm honest.
I know.
And we cross back to the Caribbean coast to Panama.